The room falls silent as Briana's phone glows on the table. A series of screenshots staring back at everyone. Robyn's name is on every message, every line dripping with control, manipulation, and secrets no one was meant to see. Kody freezes, his jaw tight, while the other wives exchange glances thick with shock. Could one woman's text really unravel decades of family trust? What happens when hidden messages become the spark for a potential marriage crisis? Stay with me, because this is about to get explosive. Comment below. Who do you think is really in control here, Robyn or Kody? The air in the room is heavy, almost suffocating. Briana's hands tremble slightly as she taps her phone against the polished oak table. One by one, she scrolls through screenshots of conversations Robyn had sent to Kody over the past year. Each message seems to carry an invisible weight, an unspoken demand that has quietly guided family decisions without anyone else noticing. Robyn's expression shifts from casual composure to an icy mask as the first screenshot is read aloud. Her eyes flash with a mixture of anger and disbelief. "This isn't what it looks like," she murmurs, almost too quietly for anyone to hear, but the tension in her voice betrays her. Kody leans forward, frowning, scanning the text with disbelief. He had always thought Robyn's influence was subtle, perhaps necessary, but seeing it exposed so blatantly makes him pause. The other wives are silent, some shifting uncomfortably in their seats, exchanging nervous glances. Alliances that have remained unspoken for years now feel fragile, as if a single wrong move could shatter them. Janelle's brow furrows. Christine's lips tighten, and Mary's fingers tap an anxious rhythm against her knee. Briana takes a deep breath and continues. Each screenshot seems more damning than the last. Robyn asking Kody to sway decisions about holidays, family trips, and even financial matters, all framed as suggestions but undeniably manipulative. Kody's hands clench and unclench on his lap. The calm he usually carries is gone, replaced by a rare, vulnerable pause. Could one series of texts really tip a decades-long family balance? Stay tuned as Robyn's reaction could change everything. Robyn finally speaks, her voice rising with tension. "Briana, you're twisting these. This isn't manipulation. These are suggestions for the family's well-being." Her words echo in the room, but the energy has already shifted. Suspicion, doubt, and unspoken accusations swirl, leaving everyone on edge. The camera lingers on Kody, his face pale and drawn. His voice is barely a whisper. I didn't realize it was this pervasive." Then, before anyone can respond, Briana drops the final screenshot, the one that will truly ignite the storm. Everyone leans in, their breaths caught. The room waits in tense silence. What could this last message reveal that hasn't been seen yet? The room crackles with tension as Briana's finger finally taps the last screenshot. The phone screen illuminates Robyn's face, and for the first time, she looks unguarded. Her usual calm composure is gone. Her eyes widen, lips part, and then tighten in a rigid line. Every muscle in her body seems to stiffen as she stares at the messages she thought were private. Kody leans back in his chair, running his hands through his hair. The disbelief is written all over his face. "Robyn, how could this happen?" His voice shakes, betraying his usual authority. Robyn rises slowly, her chair scraping against the floor. She paces a few steps, hands clenching and unclenching. This is insane. "Briana, you've completely taken this out of context," she says, her voice cracking but carrying the sharp edge of anger. She turns to Kody. "You know the truth, Kody. You know I only ever tried to protect the family." Christine leans forward, her eyes narrowing. "Protect the family? Or protect yourself? The texts tell a different story, Robyn." Mary crosses her arms, her jaw tight. "It's not just about the texts. It's about trust. And right now, we all feel like we've been betrayed." Janelle sits quietly, watching the storm unfold, her eyes darting between Kody and Robyn. She shifts in her seat, sensing the fragile tension that could explode at any moment. Kody finally stands, voice low but strained. "I didn't want to see it like this. I trusted you, Robyn. I thought your guidance was, well, helpful. But this... He trails off, shaking his head. Robyn stops pacing, turning sharply to face him, her voice trembling with both fury and desperation. Helpful? You really think controlling every decision, every moment makes me controlling? I've been trying to hold this family together while you all think I'm manipulating everything. The room falls silent. Even the sound of a distant clock ticking seems amplified. The tension is electric, almost suffocating. This is where rumors begin to spread like wildfire. Camera angles catch Kody's pale expression, the slight quiver in Robyn's lips, and the unspoken fear in the other wife's eyes. Outside the room, whispers begin. Could this be the first crack in Kody and Robyn's marriage? Every glance, every movement now feels loaded with accusation and doubt. Briana watches quietly, a small knowing smile tugging at her lips. She doesn't speak, but the damage is already done. Robyn's reaction has everyone questioning what comes next. Could this be the start of a full-blown marriage crisis, or will Kody step in to contain it? Robyn collapses onto the sofa, burying her face in her hands. The camera zooms in on her trembling shoulders, capturing the rare vulnerability of a woman who has always maintained control. Kody kneels beside her, reaching out tentatively. "Robyn, we need to figure this out, together," he murmurs. But even his voice carries a hint of uncertainty. Just as the tension reaches a peak, Briana whispers something almost inaudible, a revelation that could push Robyn over the edge. And the camera freezes on her shocked expression. Robyn sits frozen on the sofa, her hands still pressed against her face, trying to steady the rapid beating of her heart. The room feels smaller somehow, the walls closing in with the weight of judgment, betrayal, and exposure. Every eye in the room is fixed on her, waiting for a reaction, waiting for her to crumble, or to strike back. Briana leans forward, her voice calm but cutting. "Robyn, these texts aren't suggestions. They're instructions. You didn't just guide Kody, you controlled him. You dictated what the family should do without anyone else having a say." Robyn lifts her head slowly. Her eyes are red, her face flushed with anger and humiliation. "Controlled? You think that's what I did? I've been trying to protect the family from chaos while everyone else?" She stops, swallowing hard as her voice wavers. Kody steps closer, placing a tentative hand on her shoulder, but the weight of the room presses down on him too. "Robyn, I didn't realize how much this looked like manipulation. You didn't tell me how pervasive it was," he says, voice breaking with an unusual vulnerability. Christine's sharp tone slices through the tension. "We've all known something felt off, but we didn't know it was this blatant. Robyn, you have to admit, this looks bad. Very bad." Mary stands, pacing the room, her hands clenched into fists. "It's not just about bad looks. This is about trust. This is about transparency. And right now, none of us can trust what we see." Janelle glances at Kody, her face softening for a moment. "You have to talk to her, Kody. Before this gets worse. You're the only one who can calm her. And maybe yourself." Robyn's lips tremble as she finally speaks, her voice almost a whisper now, laced with despair. "Do you think I wanted anyone to see this? Do you think I enjoyed hiding messages, secrets, or controlling anything? I did it because I feared everything would fall apart if I didn't guide us." The room falls silent, but the tension hasn't dissipated. Everyone waits for the next eruption, for the next confession, for the moment that could shift the entire family dynamic. Briana shifts slightly, her voice softening, almost mocking. "Sometimes, trying to hold everything together just makes the cracks more visible, Robyn. Don't you see that?" Kody takes a deep breath, his shoulders sagging. "We need honesty, all of us, right now. No more secrets." Robyn looks at him, tears brimming, and nods slowly, a fragile surrender in her eyes. But then, Briana pulls up another thread, a message Robyn sent weeks ago. "And what about this one?" she asks, sliding the phone across the table. Robyn freezes. The room feels like it's tilting. Kody's eyes widen. The wives all lean in. The message is simple, but it carries a sting so sharp that it cuts through the last veil of Robyn's composure. Robyn's composure is cracking, and the family's foundation is trembling. Could this one message ignite a marriage crisis none of them can recover from? Robyn's voice breaks as she whispers, I didn't mean it like that. I swear, I didn't. Kody shakes his head slowly, his face pale. Robyn, this isn't something we can just ignore. The camera lingers on Robyn's face, her tears reflecting the chaos that is about to unfold. Robyn sits rigid on the sofa, staring blankly at the phone Briana slid across the table. The room feels charged, every breath heavy with anticipation. The other wives exchange nervous glances. Kody stands in the center, hands pressed against the table, trying to ground himself amidst the storm. Briana leans back, her posture calm, almost predatory. This isn't just about texts anymore, Robyn. This is about patterns, decisions you influenced, instructions you gave behind the scenes. The family sees it now, and it's not pretty. Robyn's eyes flash, her chest rising and falling rapidly. I was only trying to protect everyone. You don't understand. Every time I guided him, it was because I feared the family would fall apart otherwise. Kody's voice cuts through, low but sharp. Robyn, protecting the family doesn't mean controlling them. It doesn't mean hiding things. Seeing all this, it feels like betrayal. Christine steps forward, pointing at Robyn. Betrayal. That's exactly what it looks like. We've all been walking on eggshells, pretending nothing was wrong, and now the truth is out. Everyone is questioning who to trust. Mary shakes her head, frustration and sadness mixing in her expression. And it's not just the family. The public sees this too. If Kody and Robyn can't even manage trust in their own marriage, what does that say about the rest of us? Janelle glances at Kody, her voice quiet but urgent. You need to act, Kody. This isn't just Robyn's crisis. It's yours too. If you stay silent, it looks like complicity. Robyn finally stands, her hands trembling. She paces the room, her voice cracking with emotion. I've spent years holding this family together, and now it's all being twisted against me. Am I really the villain here? Kody reaches for her, but she steps back. Don't touch me. Her voice rises, echoing off the walls. I can't believe it's come to this. That one day, all my efforts to protect everyone would look like manipulation. Briana smirks faintly, leaning forward. It's not about smirking, Robyn. It's about seeing reality. The truth doesn't care about intentions. And right now, the truth is shaking this marriage. Robyn collapses onto the sofa again, burying her face in her hands. Tears stream down, unchecked, while Kody kneels beside her, trying to soothe the storm. His own face is pale, tight with tension, unsure how to comfort someone he's always relied on to be strong. The camera captures every flicker of emotion. Robyn's trembling hands, Kody's hesitant touch, the wives' anxious expressions. The whispers outside the room are growing louder. Could this be the beginning of the end for Kody and Robyn's marriage? Every glance, every word, every pause now carries the weight of a marriage teetering on the edge. Can trust survive when secrets are laid bare like this? Suddenly, Briana drops a final bombshell. There's one more message. One that proves your control went further than even these screenshots show. Robyn freezes mid-breath. Kody stiffens. The room goes silent, tension so thick it's almost visible. Briana's finger hovers over the final message. The camera zooms in on Robyn's face, her eyes wide with fear. The next reveal could change everything, or destroy everything. The room feels heavy, the silence now almost unbearable. Robyn's trembling hands hover over her face, but she finally lifts her head, revealing eyes red from crying. The last screenshot Briana showed glows faintly on the table, and the weight of it presses down on everyone. Kody runs his fingers through his hair, a low sigh escaping him. We can't just ignore this, he says, voice strained. This isn't a simple mistake. Robyn, you need to explain yourself fully. Not half-truths, not excuses. Robyn's lips tremble, and for a moment, She seems unsure whether to rise or stay collapsed. I've tried to protect the family, Kody. Everything I did thinking I was keeping us safe. I never meant to manipulate anyone, she says, her voice barely above a whisper. Christine folds her arms, leaning against the wall. Protecting the family doesn't look like this. We all have eyes. We see the control, the guidance turned into instructions. And the lies, the hiding, those can't be justified with intentions alone. Mary steps closer, her voice trembling with both frustration and sadness. The issue isn't just about messages, it's the pattern, the secrecy, and the fact that we only see it now. Robyn, we're all asking ourselves, how much else have we been shielded from? What else is hidden? Janelle quietly watches Kody and Robyn, sensing the fragile balance. She finally speaks, her tone soft but firm. Kody, you're the center of this family. But right now, it feels like you're caught between truth and loyalty. How do you mediate when the foundation itself is shaking? Kody exhales deeply, lowering himself into a chair. He looks at Robyn, his expression a mix of love, hurt, and doubt. I don't know if I can fix this overnight. We need time, honesty, and maybe professional help. But Robyn, you have to understand, it's not just about us. It's about the family as a whole. Robyn nods slowly, tears sliding down her cheeks. I understand. I don't want to lose everything I've worked for. I don't want to lose us. Her voice cracks on the last word, raw and vulnerable. Briana leans back, a faint smile tugging at her lips. The cracks are showing, Robyn. The world sees them. And now, everyone's going to be watching how you handle it. The wives exchange glances. Some are sympathetic, some wary. The tension is palpable, but an uneasy calm begins to settle, like the eye of a storm. Yet everyone knows the peace is temporary. The family is fractured, trust is questioned, and the whispers of a marriage crisis are growing louder. How will Kody and Robyn survive this exposure? Kody reaches for Robyn's hand, and for a brief moment, their eyes meet. An unspoken understanding. A fragile connection, holding on amidst the chaos. Just as the room seems to catch its breath, a text notification pings on Kody's phone. He glances down, and his face pales. The new message hints at more secrets yet to surface. Kody stares at his phone, the new notification burning in his hand. It's from an unknown number, a simple line of text that sends chills down his spine. You think this is over? It's just the beginning. His fingers tremble slightly as he lowers the device onto the table. Robyn notices immediately. Her brow furrows, a mixture of fear and anger. What is it? Who's messaging you? She asks, her voice tight. Kody hesitates, unsure whether to share the full content or shield her from more stress. But the room is too small, too tense to hide anything. It's unclear, but it suggests that there's more we don't know, Kody admits. His eyes meet Robyn's, searching for her reaction. She swallows hard, her hands gripping the sofa cushions. The vulnerability in her posture is raw, almost shocking for someone who's always maintained such a composed exterior. Christine leans forward, her tone sharp and wary. More? More secrets? Robyn, is this why things have felt off? Are there other messages we haven't seen yet? Mary stands, pacing, her face pale. If there's another layer to this, we need to know now. Secrets don't just disappear. They fester, and they destroy trust. Janelle stays quiet for a moment, then speaks softly, but with force. Kody, you need to act carefully. Every move you make now will either calm the storm or fuel it further. The family is watching, more than just us in this room. Briana sits back, a small satisfied smirk tugging at her lips. The truth doesn't stop at one exposure, Robyn. It keeps coming. And now, everyone will see just how far your influence really went. Robyn's hands shake, and her voice cracks as she responds, I never meant to manipulate anyone. Every decision, every suggestion was meant to protect the family. You all know that. Kody reaches for her, gently resting a hand on her shoulder. I know, Robyn, but the way it looks, the way it's being interpreted, It's causing damage we can't ignore. The room falls silent for a few seconds, the weight of unspoken accusations and fragile loyalties pressing down. Then, the phone buzzes again. Another message, another unknown sender. This time, it contains a photo. A screenshot of Robyn sending a message to Kody in the past that had never been revealed before. Robyn's face pales as the room reacts. Even the usually composed Kody feels a flicker of unease. The wives lean in, all eyes trained on the screen. Each word in the new screenshot seems to confirm suspicions that have been forming silently for weeks. Secrets have a way of revealing themselves. And now, Robyn is facing the consequences of messages that were never meant to be seen. Can trust survive when every hidden word is exposed? Robyn stands abruptly, pacing back and forth. No one understands. You all think I controlled Kody, but I was trying to protect everyone. Her voice rises, shaking with a mix of frustration and fear. Briana leans forward, her voice calm but sharp. Protecting isn't the issue, Robyn. Transparency is. And right now, the lack of it is causing chaos. The family's trust is fractured, and the rumors are only just beginning. Kody's voice cuts through the tension, steady but heavy. We need to figure out what's real and what's perception. If we don't, this family could start to unravel, starting with us. Yes, as the room begins to process the weight of the new messages. Another text arrives, this one revealing a secret Robyn never imagined would surface. The camera zooms in on her shocked face, her hands flying to her mouth, and the screen fades to black. The room is thick with tension. Robyn sits rigid on the sofa, her hands pressed against her trembling knees. Kody stands in front of her, his face pale, eyes wide with both concern and disbelief. The latest text still glows on his phone, a secret Robyn never imagined anyone would see. This isn't just messages anymore, Kody says, his voice low, almost a whisper. Robyn, this shows patterns, choices, things we never discussed openly. Everyone's seeing them, and it's tearing the family apart. Robyn swallows hard, tears welling in her eyes. I didn't mean to hurt anyone. I never wanted anyone to feel controlled or manipulated. Her voice cracks, a mixture of desperation and shame. She rises to her feet, pacing frantically, the room seeming to shrink around her. Christine leans against the wall, arms crossed, her tone sharp. Intentions don't matter when the outcome is this. We've been watching for months, wondering why decisions always seem to favor Robyn's children, why Kody seemed influenced. Now we see why. Miri steps forward, voice quivering. It's more than influence. It's secrecy, control, and manipulation disguised as care. Robyn, do you understand how this looks to us? And to the public? Janelle remains silent for a moment, then says softly, Kody, you need to intervene. This isn't just Robyn's crisis, it's yours too. How you respond will either save or shatter what's left of this family. Briana leans back, her tone calm, almost victorious. It's out now. Robyn can deny it all she wants, but the family and the viewers see the truth. Robyn collapses onto the sofa again, covering her face with her hands. I can't believe this is happening. I've tried so hard. Her voice is barely audible over the tense hum of the room. Kody kneels beside her, hesitating, then gently touches her shoulder. We'll figure this out. But we need honesty, all of us. No more secrets, Robyn, not now. Robyn lifts her tear-streaked face, her expression raw and vulnerable. Do you still trust me, Kody? Kody pauses, taking a deep breath. I want to. But trust isn't automatic anymore. It has to be rebuilt, word by word, action by action. The wives exchange glances, some sympathetic, some wary. The camera pans across their faces, capturing every flicker of doubt, hurt, and fear. Outside the room, whispers begin. Could Robyn and Kody survive this? Or is this the beginning of a permanent fracture? The family is at a breaking point, and every choice now could determine if their bonds survive, or if decades of trust will crumble. Suddenly, Kody's phone buzzes again. Another message, this time revealing a financial decision Robyn made that could have serious repercussions for the entire family. Kody freezes, his jaw tightening, while Robyn gasps, covering her mouth. The camera zooms in on Robyn's shocked face as the screen fades. The next revelation threatens to change everything she's fought to protect, and the family braces for the consequences.